Ever wondered if ants have personal trainers? Well, strap in because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of ants. Now, let's talk about ants. Yes, those teeny tiny creatures that you probably ignore or, worse, step on, but did you know that ants are the unsung heroes of the weightlifting world? Forget about those beefy guys in the gym grunting under the weight of their barbells. Ants can lift up to 50 times their body weight. That's like an average human lifting 2 elephants. 2! Can you imagine that? I can't even lift my own spirits on a Monday morning. Now you might be thinking, surely ants must have some kind of gym membership to achieve such Herculean feats. Well, not quite. In fact, ants don't even need any fancy gym equipment or protein shakes. They're born ripped. Imagine popping out of the womb and heading straight to the world's strongest man competition. That's essentially an ant's life. It's almost as if Mother Nature took a look at the ant and said, "You know what this tiny creature needs? Super strength." And voila, an ant becomes the Arnold Schwarzenegger of the insect world. Let's put this into some perspective. If you, a human, wanted to compete with an ant, you'd have to bench press a school bus, a whole school bus. Suddenly those grueling gym sessions don't seem so impressive, do they? But before you get too down on yourself, remember that ants do have one unfair advantage. They have exoskeletons, which are like built-in weight belts. So while we're struggling with our flimsy human bodies, ants are strutting around with their natural six-packs, lifting crumbs like they're featherweights. So next time you see an ant, consider asking it for some weightlifting tips. Just don't challenge it to an arm wrestling match, you'll lose. Have you ever looked at the sky and thought, why is it blue and not, say, neon pink? Well, the answer lies in science, my friends. You see, sunlight is a mishmash of all kinds of colors. But when it collides with molecules in our atmosphere, it gets scattered in every direction. This scattering of light is called Rayleigh scattering. But here's the catch, not all colors are scattered equally. Blue light gets scattered more because it travels in shorter, smaller waves. This scattered blue light is what we see when we look up at the sky. Now imagine if the sky did change color according to our moods. One day, you wake up, look out of the window, and the sky is neon pink. It's a clear sign that the universe is in a fabulous mood, right? Or perhaps it's just had a makeover. And what about a world where the sky changes color based on the weather? On a sunny day, you'd have the usual blue. But when it rains, the sky turns into a beautiful shade of lavender, like it's trying to match your gloomy mood. And on a cold winter day, it's a crisp white, like it's also wrapped up in a thick blanket of snow. But hey, let's not forget about the night sky. If the day sky gets to be blue, it's only fair that the night sky gets its own color too. So it's a deep, mysterious black dotted with twinkling stars, like it's wearing a designer dress for a grand night out. So while we're stuck with a blue sky, thanks Rayleigh scattering, it's fun to imagine a world where the sky is a mood ring or a fashionista, changing its color at will. But remember, the sky isn't blue because it's sad or because it's a boy. It's blue because it's a hardcore fan of short, small waves of light. So the next time someone asks you why the sky is blue, you can confidently say, because it's not a fan of neon pink. Did you know that when you sneeze, your heart takes a tiny nap? Now don't go panicking. It's not like your heart suddenly decides to clock out for a break, leaving you high and dry. No. It's more like the heart is momentarily stunned by the sheer drama of a sneeze. Let's break it down. You've heard the saying, right? That your heart stops when you sneeze. That's been floating around for ages, like that piece of gum stuck under your school desk. But here's the sneaky truth. It's a myth. Your heart doesn't stop when you sneeze. Picture this. Your heart sitting there in your chest, minding its business, pumping blood like there's no tomorrow. Then, out of nowhere, a sneeze strikes. It's like a surprise party your nose decided to throw but forgot to invite your heart. So what does your heart do? It gets a little jumpy. You see, sneezing causes a change in your body's pressure, which can affect the blood flow to the heart. This might cause your heart to alter its regular beat for a split second. But stopping altogether? Nah, your heart is more resilient than that. It's not about to let a little sneeze derail its life mission. Think of it like this. Your heart is an orchestra conductor, tirelessly leading the symphony that is your circulatory system. Then, in the middle of the performance, a sneeze is like a rogue trumpet blast. Does the conductor drop his baton and storm off the stage? Of course not. He might miss a beat, but then he's right back to the performance. So the next time you sneeze, remember this. Your heart isn't taking a siesta. No, it's more like it's momentarily distracted, like when you're working and a cute dog video pops up on your social media feed. So rest assured, your heart isn't slacking off on the job every time you sneeze. It's just taking a millisecond breather. Ever thought left-handed people are just trying to be different? Well, there's a lot more to the story than just being a contrarian. First off, let's debunk a myth. Being left-handed is not a deliberate choice. It's not like lefties woke up one day and thought, you know what, I'm gonna make my life a little more challenging. I'll start writing with my left hand, just to shake things up. Nope, it doesn't work that way. Scientists believe that our hand preference actually develops in the womb. Yes, you heard it right. Even before you could decide what your favorite color is or which cartoon character you'd want to be, you'd already decided which hand you'd use to draw those awkward stick figures. Now, why does this happen? Well, it's all down to our genes and possibly brain lateralization. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with a neurology lecture. Just understand that it's not a lefty's fault that they smear their handwritten notes or struggle with right-handed scissors. Speaking of scissors, have you ever watched a left-handed person trying to cut a straight line with a right-handed pair? It's like watching a cat trying to play fetch. It just doesn't compute. Lefties are living in a world that's not designed for them, and yet they're doing a darn good job. And let's not forget, some of the most creative people in history have been lefties. Leonardo da Vinci. Anyone? That man could paint, sculpt, and invent like nobody's business, all with his left hand. So if you see a lefty today, give them a little nod of respect. They're not trying to be different, they're just trying to navigate a world that's a bit more challenging for them. And hey, if you're a righty and you've ever felt a twinge of envy for the lefties, don't worry, you're not alone. There's a whole club of us right-handers who can't quite get the hang of using our left hand, even for the simplest tasks. So next time you see a lefty struggling with a pair of scissors, remember, they're not just trying to stand out, they're battling genetics. What if I told you that eating chocolate could make you smarter? Now, before you drop everything and sprint to your local chocolate shop, let's talk about this a bit more. Scientists, probably the ones with a sweet tooth, conducted studies that might make you rethink your sweet indulgence. They found that consuming chocolate, particularly the dark one, could actually boost your cognitive abilities. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a delicious way to increase my IQ. This could be the perfect excuse to indulge in more chocolate. Picture this, you're sitting at your desk, a half-eaten chocolate bar in one hand, a pen in the other, and your friend walks in. They raise an eyebrow at the chocolate and you smugly say, "Oh, it's for my brain, chocolate, it's a superfood." But wait, there's more. Not only can chocolate make you smarter, but it can also improve your memory. That's right, folks. We've discovered the secret to remembering where we left our keys. It's not about being more organized or mindful. No, it's all about the chocolate. Now, I'm not saying you should replace your daily intake of fruits and vegetables with chocolate, but a little bit of indulgence in the name of cognitive enhancement can't hurt, right? Plus, it's a lot more fun than doing puzzles. Just imagine it's like you're a superhero, and chocolate is your secret power source. The more you eat, the stronger your brain becomes. Who knew that the key to unlocking your brain's full potential was hiding in your candy drawer all along? Now, of course, moderation is key. You can't just eat a mountain of chocolate and expect to become a genius overnight. But a little piece here and there, that's just feeding your brain. So the next time someone catches you eating a chocolate bar, tell them you're not indulging, you're studying. And maybe, just maybe, they'll want to join in on your tasty study session.